Something was bothering me today, and I totally forgot what it was, so never mind. Not bothered. And that's how my mind works. Something bothers me for like a few seconds, and then I just forget about it.
I wish that was me.
I wish I was you, too. God, your life would be so much more peaceful. My life, that's why I don't have, I feel like that's why I don't have any grays. I literally just forget any.
I don't have grays either, though.
Yeah, I'm 30.
You're not that much older than me.
I'm literally 10 years older than you. You're a child, just like you. You're a child, you know?
You know, our producer said that we should do like face masks or like put a mask on for the episode, but I didn't know if it was like face mask or like actual masks.
Face mask, like to
like aesthetic. Oh, like okay.
Like you wear like a face mask and you get your face clear. Yeah, we'll do that for the live episode.
Okay, because we'll
do that for the live episode. By the way, live episode. We're doing that
next week.
Next week after
we're gonna put the time right here, because by the time it comes out, we'll have the day and time finalized.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. There you go.
Right.
And there's that ad that you wanted to do so badly.
No, I was just asking in general.
I so badly wanted to do that. Do you want to control the ad this time? It's your turn.
No, I'm not
it's your turn to take.
I'm not a good ad bitch.
You need to read the ads. You need to read the ads.
When we get ad reads, I'll read them.
They'll probably want you to read them.
You think so? I feel like you're the charisma, though.
No, they'll probably want you to.
We're gonna get a blue chew ad to be
you're
like
the personality hire here.
Huh?
I feel like we're both. I'm the science and the talent and everything, but you're the personality. I'm the reason why they all come back and keep listening. You're just the personality. You're the reason why they stay listening. Yeah, there you go. Anyways, Wallahi.
Welcome in her babies
to another episode of the Ayyrabs podcast. This week was wild.
Picture this. Okay? But this is probably going to be one of your reality too, I think. The first thing you see, you wake up, you go back to sleep, and then you wake up again. The first thing you see is Charlie Kirk being sniped in the neck. Mm-hmm. No context. Mm-hmm. Somebody texted me a link to the video. And if I know you, if it's somebody I know, I really don't read, especially when I first wake up, I just click shit.
Yeah.
And that was the first thing I saw when I woke up. Mm-hmm. Him getting killed. So Charlie Kirk died on September 10th in Utah.
That's right.
So basically, he's on a tour. He was on a tour. Mm-hmm. So his whole spiel is he goes around to university campuses and debates the libs because he's a conservative and he wants to have these conversations.
Sure.
I saw Charlie Kirk debate in real life before, 7 years ago, because he was debating Hassan at a political convention.
Right.
And I actually met him after. Mm-hmm. Big head.
All right.
No, I'm not even being mean. I even said that 7 years ago. He's really, really tall too. Uh-huh. That's besides the point. So he was at his first stop of the tour was in Utah. There was a few stops ranging all over America. So it was the first date of the TPUSA American Comeback Tour. Mm-hmm. So apparently there were about 3,000 people at this event. A lot of people watching, but there's also lines to debate him.
Yeah,
in his little tent.
That's the whole thing. You can debate him. You get to live debate the guy who loves to debate.
So apparently, the event didn't last more than 25 minutes. The first question asked was about gun violence, and it was asked by a liberal content creator who would go around interviewing people about stats and everything about regarding gun violence and trans healthcare, etc. So they were in the middle of a conversation talking about gun violence. He had talked about trans people being shooters, and he focuses on the statistical aspect of it. So then they're talking, and I think Charlie brought up gang violence. And then as soon as he brought up gang violence, he got sniped in the neck, and everybody started running. Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen the video, please don't.
To be honest, you haven't. Don't watch it.
Don't watch the video.
It was
jarring.
It looked AI.
Just don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's just not. Don't do yourself a favor and don't watch it.
As soon as I saw that video, I was like, he's dead.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no coming back from it. He was sniped right in the main artery. Mm-hmm. His team of security guards carried him out right away to an Escalade, drove him to a hospital. But like 2 minutes after he was shot, Netanyahu and Trump tweeted at the same time, which I thought was kind of fucking weird. But
what they say? I mean, I know what Trump said, but what did Netanyahu say?
Like,
this was bad.
Like thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, basically.
He was a champion of Israel. Okay.
But yeah, so apparently he was sniped 142 yards away.
Yeah.
With a guy on the roof.
Yeah, I remember they during that whole panic they did apprehend some old dude that was obviously not the shooter, and then they ended up finding the shooter. I think it was 2 days or the day after.
2 days after.
2 days after.
That old man motherfucker. Apparently he's everywhere. Apparently he loves getting arrested. Like that's his thing.
Yeah, he gets arrested.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that's his whole thing. He's trying to be Bernie Sanders.
And he said, dude. Apparently he said when he was getting taken away.
Kill me.
He's like, and I do it again. It's like what the hell?
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy. Dude, come on, dude. Stop stealing things. Like, why would you want that? Why would you want that like label?
Some people love attention.
I know, dude.
Crazy.
Come on, man.
So, right off the rip,
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'll get into it after we talk about like the response from Trump. But
Sure.
so Trump posted a statement. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the statement.
No, because like,
I'm not gonna make you watch it, but
I didn't. My thing, I just didn't need to. I was like, oh, Trump's gonna be like, I'm sorry, this happened, and he's just gonna blame something that has nothing to do with the thing that's actually the issue. And he's gonna say thoughts and prayers. His heart's gonna go out to Charlie Kirk, all that stuff, right?
essentially, yeah. But a lot of people were mad because they're like, this video literally looks AI. I don't know. That's how
it might be, dude. He's on his last legs. That guy.
It looked very weird. But in the video, he blamed the radical left. Of course,
even though we don't know what this guy is, could be anything. We have no idea. We do not know. Anyways, go ahead.
He said, at the time, there was no suspect.
Yeah.
He attributed it to the radical left, so there was no suspect, and
if you're automatically right off the rip blaming the other side, then your side did something wrong.
It's crazy to me. It's just like, why? Like every fucking time something happens, like a shooting or whatever, not with the kids or anybody, they blame trans people, or they blame Muslims, or they blame any other type of person of color.
And liberals.
Or I think any political, like even when Trump got shot.
And it's also the same for the other side too. It's the same for the other side. If somebody on the left got shot, the same people on the other side, on the opposite side, would say the same thing about Republicans and conservatives. Conservatives are going too far. Republicans do this.
It would make sense though, because they're the ones that are like the stereotypical gun-loving people in America.
Would be the ones to do the
violence.
Exactly.
Because you think a fucking anti-gun motherfucker can snipe somebody from 200 yards away?
No.
That's a crazy shit. In the video, he also denounced political violence, but he also said that like the leftist ideology is what made this happen. Okay. And he framed political violence coming from the left.
Yeah.
But didn't talk about anything that is coming from the right, which, to be honest, I feel like right-wingers perpetuate more violence than right-wing people, but people don't want to have that. Oops, yes. But people aren't ready for that conversation. No accountability.
No, people are not ready for any conversation, to be honest with you. People are never ready for any kind of conversation. Anyways.
So then the orders of business from the right up the rift, where Trump ordered the flags to be at half staff on all federal buildings, on the White House, military posts throughout the U.S. until September 14th at 6 p.m. And then he also said he's going to give Kirk a posthumous Medal of Freedom, which is the highest civilian honor. Which
that's so fucked.
In my head, I'm like, yeah, like Charlie Kirk is the Hassan equivalent to the right.
Yeah,
their peers. They both cultivated platforms
for their
on social media
sides, yes.
On opposing sides. I just think it's crazy to be doing all this for a political talking head.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with you on that. I think it's ridiculous, considering that. And I'll go into it. I'll go into a whole spiel about everything in just a second. But like to do that in particular, when that person, when the same day there was literally a school shooting, it's just like, what are we doing here?
Right. It's like they always talk about how kids are so important. We need to save the kids.
And they'll do anything to save them.
They don't want to do anything like policy change, which they're all in control of, to mitigate gun violence.
Yeah, I have a whole spiel about it.
Because
keep going.
So obviously, with that happening, him making everybody lower the flags, which apparently like the IQ and Burbank also did too, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, dude. And there were some, I don't know how real this is, but there were some places in WeHo that did it too. And I was like, what
the hell?
I was like, what are we doing, dude? I have a whole thing. I have so many thoughts about this.
So people were like pointing out how Trump is a hypocrite. You know, there have been like politicians that have been murdered in recent times, like Melissa Hortman. Mm-hmm. He didn't do any of the half-staff flags for them. He also people also feel like this is kind of a way to drive the division between the left and right to like make it. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously it's very serious. It's a like basically whenever he's talking about it, he talked about it in very like partisan terms to create that division between the left and the right.
Right.
So I feel like he wants like I knew right off the rip. I was like, this motherfucker, like.
He's going to eat it up for his own gain.
He's going to use it for
of course he is.
Political gain. He's going to use it to further divide the left and right.
No one's talking about the Epstein list now. So.
Dude, it's crazy. And then Netanyahu was like, called Charlie Kirk a lion-hearted friend of Israel. And
called it. Literally called it.
And a once-in-a-generation figure. And someone who fought the lies and stood tall for a Judeo-Christian civilization.
Like not really a once-in-a-lifetime figure, considering we also have Hassan and other political columnists and political media, mainstream, not traditional. I don't want to say journalists, but journalists, or maybe commentators. Aside from him, he's not a once-in-a-lifetime. This is literally the renaissance of self-multimedia broadcasting.
He also said he invited Charlie Kirk 2 weeks ago to Israel. But you know what confused me through all of this? So I started seeing clips of Charlie Kirk being anti-Israel and talking to Ben Shapiro about it and calling it like a genocide. But then also, like, Hassan was going to be debating him about Israel in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's the problem with these. The thing with these, maybe not the problem, but the thing with people on that side is they're grifters. That's all they do is grift. Mm-hmm. They have a very strong opinion because they're like, that might actually be their actually at home, what they tell their kids opinion. And then they have, okay, well, what am I going to do for TV? Yeah. People are not on board with that. Fuck it. I'm going to go the opposite way.
Because that's the shit that confused me.
Or like maybe the conversations he's having, his circle, his bubble is constantly telling him why he's wrong. And then he's like, okay, maybe I'm wrong.
There was a tweet that came out.
Excuse me, sorry. It was loud. Go ahead.
What was that?
Nothing. It was just my phone tweeting.
The hell kind of notification was that?
I don't know, dude. Probably some fucking shitty ass dating app or some shit like that.
Interrupting our fucking podcast.
These hoes, they just don't know, dude. They just don't know my business like that. Okay.
Anyways, apparently there's a tweet going around from August that like an anonymous source close to Charlie Kirk said that he was afraid. This came out in August while he was still alive. He was afraid to go against Israel.
Yeah, dude, you should be afraid to go against Israel. Okay. What are you thinking of?
I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Okay. Okay, so Netanyahu is gonna invite him. Blah blah blah. What else? What else you got for me on this situation before we?
Do you have any thoughts or anything?
I have tons of thoughts about this whole fucking thing.
Say it.
I mean, where do I even begin, dude? I'm like, I don't know, dude. I feel like I'm gonna come off as king of neutrality again here, But I think I should make it. I want to make it clear. Like I wasn't a fan of his. I didn't think his rhetoric was good or helpful, or it was his rhetoric was very destructive to marginalized groups. It was very trad wife, trad values, Christianity, bad everybody else, not progressive viewpoints that I don't agree with, and I never have agreed with. And I thought his rhetoric was just a tool to promote violence, even if it wasn't intended for that. That's what it does. Whenever the right has a history of being pretty violent towards marginalized groups. My thing is, you know, a lot of people were like championing the death, and I think that for me personally, I understand and I get it, but it sets a really harmful and dreadful precedent for what we're allowing and what we don't allow in this country. I think it's ironic that he was for gun violence, not gun violence, but he was for the rights to bear arms and have guns in America, and then literally perished at a gun at a school shooting, which this was, if you fucking think about it, it's a school shooting again. I think that we as a country are so desensitized to violence in places where we're supposed to feel safe that the fact that he's being a martyr for whatever reason, because people are just even the right is still just talking about how we got to get this guy, how Charlie Kirk has died, but they're not talking about the issue at hand. Was like, okay, well, how did he die? I was like, oh, well, they got on the roof. I'm like, okay, well, the roof isn't the issue here.
The gun is.
The roof isn't the issue. The ladder isn't the issue. The way he got to the roof, the security is not the issue. We don't need more security. We need less of the thing that's going to destroy lives, or we need better regulation for it, you know? And I've talked about my viewpoints on gun laws here plenty of times on this podcast. I think guns are cool. I'm not like an asshole about it. But I think they should not be accessible to general public unless it's like... Unless, like, for whatever reason, unless you're like living off the land and you're hunting, or like it should be used as a tool of some kind to help better a life, not take life away. And that's what guns have become in this country. I think that the championing of the death, like I said, I understand. You know, a lot of people are hurt by the rhetoric that he's pushed. Is understandable, but also just like harmful. Like you can't champion it. The guy wasn't a political figure. He was somebody who was voicing his opinions on things. And yes, very harmful opinions, but you know, it as soon as we relish in the fact that somebody met their ultimate demise because of their opinions, then we're not allowed to have any opinions publicly anymore.
Yeah,
it's
no,
scary.
that's when shit gets. That's when shit gets insane.
The right is gonna try to seek vengeance to the left. The left is then gonna seek vengeance to the right, and this is how we start civil wars. This is literally how civil wars start. And while the government is up in their high buildings, watching it all unfold, laughing their asses off, we're fighting each other as people. For what reason? Just because we disagree? Our disagreement is such a core value of why people think, maybe not now at all, but why people have thought America was so great is because we were allowed to have differences of opinion and not be shot for it, and not be put in prison for it, and not be beaten down for it. And although it does happen, it still goes against our First Amendment right of free speech.
I was going to say, freedom of speech is a facade.
Yeah, 100%. And especially now.
And I learned that the hard way.
It's 100%. Freedom of speech is not real here. It's mitigated free speech. And I personally am like, during that whole week, in ways have been fearful of our political brethren who are political spokesperson, their brethren, or the ones who like Hassan is the only one I can think of right now because it's just so in our face, obviously with the relationship we have with him, that I'm just like, dude, now like this guy, he can't. What is he gonna do? Now he can't like go to campuses or really be out and about like without fear of somebody doing that on his own soil. It's one thing you go to a different country and like that happens. Like you're like, okay, it's not right, but like you still feel like, okay, well, it wasn't on my soil. I still feel safe at home here, and now you don't. Now there's no safety for any kind of opinion to be had, and it's. Although I didn't like, I can't say I didn't like him. I didn't know him. I didn't like his rhetoric, and I didn't like his messaging or what he stood for. And I'm happy that the messaging is not going around anymore. But assassinating somebody with that messaging only amplifies their message. It doesn't destroy the messaging. It amplifies it. It makes them more of a political historic figure instead of letting it die out into nothingness. It amplifies their voice. And so the violence in that way just doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. No, I definitely agree that like it's going to set such a bad precedent. Like whenever I saw people celebrating it, I was like, I don't think you realize what the fuck just happened right now.
Yeah,
or maybe they do. They just don't give a fuck because everybody sees these things as like entertainment. But I feel like whenever you're like in it, like kind of, you're like, okay.
Yeah, everyone's all fuck you, hoorah, rah, and everything like that. Until we end up being in a civil war and we have to literally fight each other. It's just, I don't know. Because and people were making jokes about it, and I'm all for like jokes and shit like that. But I was like, it doesn't feel right.
The way I was like, these could easily be flipped around.
Dude.
People we know.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
though.
I was like, this could easily be the inverse of the situation.
That's what I'm saying. Like the left is always going to blame the right. The right's always going to blame the left, and justifiably slow, whatever. For whoever, but it's never going to stop. The assassinations of people. The reason why we haven't had public assassinations like that in such a long time is just because they don't really work anymore. I mean, even everybody's already forgotten about Luigi Mangione. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. It just doesn't work, and it doesn't make any sense. And we're so fucked as a country and as a generation that like even like the dude was writing memes on the bullets. And granted, funny. I'm not gonna be a bitch about that either. Funny, right? If you're reading this, you're gay. LMAO. Catch this fascist. With like the Helldiver 500K bomb. Funny. But that's ridiculous. I don't know, dude. I thought it was funny, but I was like, dude, come on. If you don't, it's not hee hee ha ha.
He's a graper.
Which we'll get fuck that means.
We're gonna get into it.
And I've been hearing it all fucking day. I have no idea what the fuck that means. We're gonna get into it. But I mean, I still have a lot of thought. I have selfish thoughts on it too. I thought that same thing. I woke up and I saw the video, the close-up video, not the fucking, which was horrifying, and I was disgusted by it and shocked. And selfishly, I was like, okay, well, good that I feel disgusted and shocked by that, because I've been so desensitized by everything in my life. Like I've gone through a lot of life. I've seen a lot of shit, like a lot of shit. I've been in a lot of weird situations. I've been in gunfire. I've been in all these situations, and I'm so desensitized to it. Like I felt like I just didn't care, and I felt like I was losing aspects of humanity when it came to certain things, especially the last 2 years. Seeing the genocide in Gaza after consistently seeing that for like the past 2-3 years. Even then, I'm like, okay, I'm seeing it, and I don't like it, but I'm not like gonna throw up. But I felt like I was going to throw up. I was like, this is gross. So selfishly, I was like, okay, good. I'm still human. That's good, at least. But yeah, dude, I just don't think, I don't know. I feel like some people will get like upset with me. I just don't think we should be championing the death of somebody just because they have an opposite viewpoint of you, no matter how harsh the rhetoric is, there's other ways to like fight that.
Yeah, people got mad at me whenever I gave my opinion, which I was like, I'm not sad, I'm not like mourning him, but I don't think he should have been murdered. It made me feel a little bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. I guess like I was like thinking about like, you know, like selfishly I was like thinking about the people around me, or like, you know, I mean I've received death threats as well too. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it.
There's literally like
they can't do anything about it.
It's just you know, if you want to like champion the death, fine, do it in silence. Like you don't need to like tell everybody how proud you are of this situation. You know, and I have friends that were on both sides of that spectrum of like disgust and then also pride that it happened. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, nobody gives a shit about your opinion on this, to be completely honest. And to be honest, like our opinion on it right now, I don't feel like nobody gives a shit about our opinion on it either, to be honest.
People want my opinion so bad on it.
They crave your opinion on it.
They really do. I've had so many people, what are your thoughts on the Charlie Kirk death? I'm like, I know you guys think I'm some psycho bitch with like weird fucking thoughts, but like I feel like I have a totally normal take on it.
Yeah, dude.
But people, what I was saying, people are mad at me. Like, do you think it's because you met him, you feel weird about it?
No,
and I was like, no. I'm like, you see somebody get sniped in the fucking neck, like that's crazy.
That's why I was talking about my humanity. I was like, yeah, that still fucks me up. Oof, good. I'm happy that still fucks me up. I'm happy that I'm not so numb to like seeing kind of shit like that it still fucks me up.
Yeah.
And it's not like people are getting too brave right now with that kind of stuff. It's not literally we had an assassination attempt on the president this year. And then we had Luigi Mangione this year.
Last year. Both last year.
Both were last year?
Yeah. July and December.
Still though.
Yeah, super recent.
Literally 1 year ago. Basically a year ago. And then now we have this. And I'm like, okay, so now it's getting a little too frequent. It's getting a little too crazy right now.
The conspiracy theories around it were insane.
Like what?
There was like, well, there's a private jet that left Utah 30 minutes or an hour after the shooting, and then 30 minutes into the flight, they turned off the tracker, and then they were back into Utah in 1 hour. So it's Israel dropping off the shooter and letting him escape. And it's like, where the fuck did Israel come into this?
Well, Israel loves Charlie Kirk, right? So
I was like, what?
Yeah, dude. You know, I really am kind of like king of neutral here on this one, which I hate. I don't like that he died that way. You know, I think that, okay, well, his messaging is not gone. It's never going to be gone now.
It's going to be worse.
It's going to be amplified, and it has been amplified. I think it's fucking crazy that people are half-masting for him.
Yeah.
I'm like, he hasn't really done what has he done that has been an actual progressive and productive part of society other than yelling about one side and debating college kids who are just now coming into the ideas of free thinking. Priding yourself on that is crazy. I feel horrible for his family. You know, those are daughters without a father.
His wife's response was so weird.
I didn't even read it.
I know it was like a 15-minute video.
Yeah.
It was a TP USA ad, really.
Okay.
Basically talking about how like TP USA is not ending. The podcast is going to continue on. The campus tour is still going to continue. Everything's going to run as is.
Why even tour? Like you lost the draw.
Like, I understand mourning is very complicated.
I'm not gonna shit on anybody for the way they mourn. Whatever.
And then she like posted a video with his dead body.
Yeah, a lot of weird things.
She was like,
weird. But you know,
people mourned in different ways.
I more so feel bad for his children.
Yeah.
And granted, you can say whatever you will about him and his outward rhetoric, but we do not know the rhetoric he has at home. We have no idea. None of us know. He could have totally opposite viewpoints at home. He could.
That's where it gets complicated because like he's spreading harmful rhetoric.
I agree.
This is where I start like feeling like the moral in me start like I'm just like
shifting.
Yeah.
No, he has spread harmful and hateful rhetoric, but we still don't know at home what difference is. You know, it could be the same, and for that, I don't know. The thing is like when you do this, you don't allow the children to develop their own opinions about their father growing up. They will always see him as a hero, and they will always agree with his rhetoric and his mission and what he wanted to do, because that is what they'll be told their whole lives. They won't be able to grow up and really see the man that their father is and develop their own opinions. So you took that kind of individuality and freedom away from them. But also, you know, growing up without a father, I couldn't even imagine growing up without my dad. You know, I can't, and I feel really bad for those who have shitty relationships with their father or just don't have a father in their life whatsoever. I do. I think it can be very harmful.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I can't, but honestly, like obviously.
But if you had a good father in your life, I feel like your life would be totally different.
1,000%.
I don't think your opinions on things would be different. I think that you would have a better guiding post of how you should be treated by the opposite sex or what you're looking for. You know what I mean? So I just feel really shitty about that. You know, because if you think about it, in some ways he's a peer of ours. We don't know him. But he is. He's the opposite. He's the evil.
He's an internet person. I guess.
But he's within our realm. He's within our world.
Yeah.
As I would say with anybody who's on the internet or has a podcast or spreads information of any kind, I would consider them a peer of ours, even if we don't know them.
Yeah.
They are within our realm. It's the same if I was in any profession. If I was a chef, I would consider other chefs my peers. If I was still a sign language interpreter, any sign language interpreter is considered my peer. So saying that I hope doesn't fucking ruin my whole rhetoric about everything I said. You know, I didn't like his rhetoric at all. I don't value it. I don't respect it, but I understand it. And you can't have freedom of speech without having freedom of opposing speech as well. So those who are championing his death, I understand it, but this is my summary. I understand it, but I don't condone it. I just don't condone it. Because then what are we going to do, bro? Like, we're still not talking about gun violence.
No, because the thing is just like...
gun violence is never going to fucking change.
There's no change. There's going to be no change coming out of it.
Like, people are like, well, maybe this will like wake up the Republicans. They're not going to be fucking woken up. They're literally going to go harder. They're going to arm every Republican now so that they can cast revenge on the left. That's what's going to fucking happen eventually. Conservatives are going to be like, well, I got to get a gun just in case something like that happens to somebody I like.
Yeah, I mean, you saw like Trump, the assassination attempt on Trump, like, you would think that would kind of trigger like policy change, but no, nothing happened.
Nothing happens.
The thing is, people in this country want to feel like they're in control so bad, and I feel like without like the guns for the people that like them, like personally, I hate guns. I like shooting them, but like I don't like guns in the household. Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't like the idea of concealed carry. It's like, who are you to be concealed carrying? What is happening in your life that you feel like you're in mortal danger?
One time I saw a guy at the mall in Michigan. He had like 3 guns on his waistband. I looked at him, my dead ass left. I was like, I'm not being anywhere near this motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, 3 is crazy. Why?
It's their right to do it. It's so stupid, it's just dude. Like... And then people are posting a quote he posted, or he said like basically like deaths are worth it.
Yeah, he said gun deaths are worth it in order to keep our freedom for having it.
Yeah.
Another thing I was like, that's the irony of it. That's the irony of it. Like, you promoted that and you met your demise by it. So I don't know, dude. I don't really believe in like a heaven or hell or anything like that. But like, if that exists and you're there, there's no way you're laughing about it. There's no way you're like, oh, well, I believe in that, right?
Imagine like I died for the cause.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
Can you imagine?
But
giving him a Nobel like a prize of citizenship is just so stupid. Give every single child who's passed away by gun violence a medal. Give every single citizen within the country a medal. Then
the highest civilian honor.
It's just like, what are you doing? And I bet you, dude. And I don't wish this. I'm actually not going to say it. I don't want to put that vibe out there. There you go. You know, I'm not going to put that vibe out there. Nope. It's just shit, dude. It's just shit. I mean, like, what do you want us to say about it? Like, you want us to like be champions about it? It'd be like, good for you. You did it. I'll never do that. I'll never do that. Even when Trump got shot, I was like, I don't like that. I think he's horrible, and I think he's a detriment to the country, but I'm never going to wish death on another human being.
I thought the memes are kind of funny.
The memes are hilarious. The thing is, we're such a part of the meme culture that we don't take anything like super seriously anymore. Literally, I laughed when they read the bullets out loud. I had to. Like that's ridiculous. Why would you fall for that bait? I came up at the gym today and I was like, God damn it.
I think I didn't care when Trump got shot because I'm like, he actually has political power.
Sure, I understand that.
That's why I'm just like
I said, I understand that.
But I would never advocate for any murder of political figures. Yeah. I just want to clarify that. FBI.
Yeah, dude, I don't condone it at all. Unfortunately, I think I don't know, dude. I think a long time ago, violence was like a really good, not good, but violence was the way the world makes changes. I don't think we're in that world anymore. I don't think really that helps make any kind of movement other than amplify the voices of those who maybe you disagree with.
I have no opinion.
Good, probably good that you don't. Yeah, dude, you say what you will about me being the king of neutrality or whatever like that. I am neutral because I understand the sides. I understand the sides. Do you know what I mean? Do you really know what I mean?
Like you see where both of them are coming from?
I see where both of them are coming from. I understand that people feel strongly about something because they really deeply feel that that's the right thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Granted, it's with education or lack of education or a lack of understanding. The people who are on one side of a spectrum versus the other side, both sides feel very strongly about the things that they feel strongly about.
Yeah.
The opinions they have, the feelings they feel like the way the world should work, how they do things, how they operate. It's the same reason why I when people are like pro-life, for example, I'm like, they really do deeply believe that you're killing somebody, you know? And I understand that. I think it's wrong and stupid, but I understand it. I understand that anger.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm the king of neutrality here, you know? That's why just because I'm neutral doesn't mean I don't have my own opinions. Do you know what I mean? I understand people pretty well. So,
he's an empath. No, it makes sense. I feel like it's important to understand why the opposite side feels the other, because I feel like that can help people delve into themselves and have these conversations that could potentially change people's minds.
100%, dude. The whole reason why there are certain people who are so good at like receiving rhetoric that they don't agree with and then redirecting it into a good, positive way is because they understand the anger on that side. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, dude. Were you saying thank you? Were you salaming to me? Just a little quick salam there. Anyways, I think I'm off my high horse now. I don't know. Where did we even leave off? Anyways, we're on the Governor Spencer Cox section of it now. So
there was a press conference with the governor of Utah and the FBI motherfucker. And I'm gonna play the video for you. I don't know if you've seen it, but he said some insane shit.
Yeah, let me see it. To be honest, I saw this and was like, I never want to fucking look at this ever again. Anything about it. I'm not a news person.
Bad stuff happens.
I saw a little bit of
and
this.
For 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us. That somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country.
Isn't that shit insane?
That's wild. Why would you say that out loud? So it's your fault. So you prayed that it wouldn't happen to you. It happened to somebody from out of state, and it did, and now it's your fault. Hey, you're a God-fearing Christian?
Probably a Mormon.
You live. Oh, maybe a Mormon. Still God-fearing? You take that to the grave now. You remember, it is your fault. You take that with you everywhere you go now.
They basically didn't want it to be a white Mormon conservative. They wanted it to be like a Muslim or like somebody, like a person of color, or like somebody a part of the LGBTQ plus.
Literally.
Drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped for. Just because I thought it would.
Well, you weren't very
easier
specific
on
enough.
us
You see, God is like a genie. You got to be very specific with your wishes. I love when heavily religious people think God is a genie, and they're like, it'll come true.
I know.
I'm like, okay, all right.
The FBI motherfucker is so annoying to me.
Him back there is just like, dude, what is this guy saying?
Hey, we don't do that here.
Literally, dude, it's so funny because he's like, he literally is saying, I didn't wish that like a white Mormon would die, and there's a brown man behind him, like, okay. He's like, I wish you would have died.
Insane.
I wish it was you. Insane.
So this is whenever they
Crazy.
caught the assassin.
Yeah.
Tyler Robinson, a 22-year-old from Utah.
Mm-hmm.
So how the fuck did they catch him? Do you know the story?
I don't know the story. No, I know that they like saw videos of him off the roof, climbing down.
So there are a bunch of pictures going around of his like face and sunglasses and a hat. His dad saw the pictures and recognized him, and he straight up asked him. He's like, "Tyler, is this you? This looks exactly like you." And he admitted to his dad that he killed Charlie Kirk, but he said, and I quote, "I would rather kill myself than turn myself in." So he talked to his dad, and his dad convinced him to talk to a youth pastor that was connected to the sheriff's office in the U.S. Marshals.
Dude.
So he confessed to the youth pastor that he killed Charlie Kirk.
That's so crazy.
And eventually
yeah, you think God's got your back?
They contacted the sheriff's office, and then they coordinated with the FBI, which led to his arrest 2 days after the kill. So,
dude, crazy, crazy.
So
I don't even have any opinions.
Yeah, his name is Tyler. He comes from a conservative Mormon family. They're registered Republican. And people think he's a graper.
The family's registered Republican, or he's registered Republican?
The family's registered Republican. There's a shitload of pictures of him with guns, but he is a graper.
What's a graper?
Allegedly. So,
what's a graper?
A graper is a slang term for a network of far-right white nationalists and really conservative activists in America. So this group of people kind of emerged in 2015, and the main person that is like the main figure of the graper community is Nick Fuentes, the Latino white nationalist.
Yeah.
So he used it to brand his followers.
Got it.
So basically, like the Pepe was like a main thing of the grapers, like all these like memes. We're gonna get into it, but here's like a video I found, which kind of explains it and shows like why people think he's a graper from the start.
The shooter was so far right, he dressed as Pepe the Frog. The radicalization people are talking about is not towards the left. Remember, I made that video about Pepe the Frog and how white supremacists co-opted it to hide in plausible deniability and obscurity, saying, how could a frog, a meme of a frog, be racist? People came at me in those comments and said, how could you even believe this? Literally, the only thing that would tie a little ribbon on top of this is if he had a Kekistan flag somewhere in his dorm or in his house or in his possessions. He is a groiper, and if you are not chronically online, you wouldn't know that that is Nick Fuentes' version of the alt-right, so far to the right that they literally planned this on Charlie Kirk. The song Bella Ciao is on the Nick Fuentes Groiper playlist.
Which that was ingrained in one of the bullets.
Yeah, I know. The other thought I had that I forgot to talk about was, yeah, the memes on the bullets were kind of funny, not gonna lie, but it also ruined the memes from now on. Because now whenever you see, if you read this, you're gay, LMAO, you're gonna think of this situation. If you ever hear the song Bella Ciao, you're gonna think of this situation. You know? I'm like, come on, dude, you ruined the meme for us. How dare you?
Nick,
What a bitch, dude.
Nick Fuentes hated Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
I
Here's
think
a
a lot
little
of
clip.
people
We're
are
not gonna watch
starting
the whole
to
thing.
find out Charlie Kirk is not the patriot that he says he is. And so I look at what happened last night and I think to myself, this is totally a doable operation. You know, Charlie Kirk in the grand scheme of things is just some retarded idiot. The dog is terrified. I had to go upstairs and reassure him because I'm screaming at my screen, calling Charlie Kirk a bitch and everything. The contrast could not be more clear. Charlie Kirk is a totally unexceptional human being. A moral struggle that's happening on the higher dimension, right? Which is Christ versus the devil. Who does Charlie Kirk serve? You know, is he really a Christian? Is he really Christ-like when he supports foreign wars and Israel and all this? Look at the people he's taking money from. You know, so the guy's a fake Christian. The guy's not a patriot. He hates our country. He's un-American. Let's focus all our firepower on.
And there's like,
Yeah, so
there's-
he was actively against Charlie
yeah,
Kirk.
and there's like various clips of him saying that like he can mobilize his Groiper army. And, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But basically,
Calling to violence,
Yeah.
essentially.
like I mean, as you can tell in the clip, Groipers are typically like Christian nationalists.
Mm-hmm.
They're anti-immigration. They are anti-LGBTQ plus.
Yeah, they're pretty much all the wrong things of America.
yeah,
Gotcha.
and
Understood.
they're anti-Semitic.
Yeah, of course. Of course they are.
Yeah,
dude.
Nick Fuentes is the king of denying the Holocaust.
Yeah, I know. I do know that about Nick.
So that yeah, like we were talking about, the bullets are engraved with all Groiper memes.
Yeah.
So the first one was like notices bulges. Oh, what's this?
OWO.
Oh, fuck me. God damn it.
Isn't that just a face?
It's this meme.
Oh. Okay.
So it's like a transphobic meme
Got it.
for like femboy cat boys.
Got it.
Because there's like the bulge of the Adam's apple, and
The
then
bulge
the
of
bulge
your
of
penis.
the
Got
dick.
you. Understood.
The Hey Fascist catch with the 500k nuke
Yeah.
from Helldivers. I don't get that one, but whenever I heard it was from Helldivers, it kind of made me want to play it again. I'm not gonna lie.
That's so crazy, dude.
Because we played it recently, and I was like, fuck. And then the Bella Ciao one is on Nick Fuentes'
It's a
Groiper
song,
playlist. And then the If You Read This, You're Gay, LMAO,
Yeah.
which is like typical internet terminal line humor.
So crazy that they even read it out loud. I would have been sweating. I would have been like, I can't read this.
I'd be
one.
like, is this insane? But all in all, we don't really know much about him because he's not talking. He's currently not cooperating with law enforcement and the FBI. The FBI is interviewing his family, his friends, his roommates, and anybody that can
So
provide
stop listening to
information.
TikToks about this dude, because here's the fun fact about it. We don't know anything about him. We know that he's most likely a groiper. Am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
He's most likely a groiper. He's most likely a huge fan of Nick Fuentes, and most likely.
He was following Nick Fuentes.
So then there you go. That's all we know. We don't know how he voted. We're making assumptions. Stop listening to fucking TikTok and taking that as your information, dude.
Because there's so many conspiracy theories around him. They're like saying he was in a conservative family, but he's a leftist and he has a trans girlfriend and all blah blah
it's
blah.
Just like, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Even fucking Ben Shapiro went on Bill Maher and said that he was a leftist and all this. And Bill Maher, who I don't like as well, but Bill Maher, new rule. Ben Shapiro, we don't know. You know, Bill Maher, my Bill Maher impression. We just don't know. We don't know if he's a leftist. It came out today.
Did he push back?
He kind of cowered a little bit, Ben. But Bill Maher was like, we don't know. The information just came out today. And he said all this. He was reading off a list. He's like, it was said that this thing is about him. That's not true. Said that this thing was about him. That's not true. So we don't know. And Ben was like, what? And Bill Maher kind of owned him. He's like, I owned him. Yeah. So, I mean, to kind of wrap it up, I mean, we don't know much about this. We know what happened. I am scared for this. I'm even more scared for the state of the world. Especially here in America. I think that this will cause civil war to happen. And I think we need to be conscious of that. Yeah, dude, I don't know.
I'm scared too.
I just don't know. And I don't want to be called like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't give a shit, but like I don't want to be called a pussy for being like, hey, I don't want somebody to die on national television.
I mean, I feel like at this point, if they don't know like you as a person, they clearly haven't been watching the podcast, nor did they listen to any fucking thing you said the entire goddamn episode.
What?
Huh?
What? What'd you say? You talk shit just now?
No, I just said that like if they like have any like suspicions of you being like conservative, like they clearly didn't listen to.
Let them think it if they do. Honestly, I like the idea that like we don't know. I'm keeping it neutral.
You're crazy.
I don't know. Any other thoughts on this whole situation? I'm
just curious to see like more information come out on the shooter. See like apparently there was like a note that the FBI ruined. And there's only like forensic information about it.
Hey guys, so next week we're going to be doing a live YouTube live stream. I think we're going to do it on just YouTube and Twitch probably. We're going to do a live stream instead of a natural edited video for you guys. I feel like we needed some one-on-one time with you, okay? And we're going to be doing a live stream instead of just a normal edited video here. The dates are going to be right here. I'm not saying it out loud because we haven't decided yet, but they are going to be right here. So go check out our live stream next week. See you guys there. That's all that's been going on. I mean, obviously that day there was a school shooting as well, which is unfortunate. And it's been overshadowed by the death of Carly, whatever. I don't give a shit anymore. The death of Carly. And to be honest, I don't even know any information about it. I don't even know any information about the school shooting.
I don't know anything about the school shooting other than it was also done by a graper.
So yeah, dude, it's just we're fucked.
Other major news in the world going on is Nepal.
Yeah.
So imagine this.
I'm imagining it.
Imagine like the government randomly banned like Instagram, TikTok, and WhatsApp just like overnight out of nowhere.
Banned it
completely.
Fuck Nepal. For that. The government.
So Nepal banned 26 platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Reddit, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Signal, LinkedIn, and so many more, adding up to 26. I don't know how many, whatever other fucking social media platforms there are. Yeah. So they banned them because Nepal introduced a new regulation where companies have to register in Nepal, pay taxes, and open offices to be run in Nepal.
Because they want trade.
Yes.
Okay.
And obviously these companies didn't do that.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous. Why would they?
So they banned them. They banned every single platform. So a lot of the people obviously saw this less as regulation of the social media companies and more as censorship in attempt to silence people. So obviously everyone woke up, all the social media platforms are gone. People are mad. You know who the main people mad are? Gen Z.
Yeah.
So the Gen Z, like the youth led these protests. It was like college students, high schoolers, teenage, like everybody young. So a lot of them were like first-time protesters. They were stepping into politics because they felt the ban was personal because their social media was taken away. So the movement was obviously called the Gen Z protests because it's like the Gen Z people. So a lot of these people were protesting because they felt like they're being censored, especially because as we're young, we use online everything. So they felt like they were being censored and they were being limited to like what they've grown up with and like communicating with their friends. They think that like they were just fed up with the government because there's a lot of corruption in Nepal as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's nepotism. So The same political families and networks that dominate the power were shutting out they're shutting out the young new voices that were coming into power. And basically they're also really mad that the politicians, they send all their kids to school out of the country and they don't do anything to better the education system in here. And the unemployment and underemployment rates are really, really high in Nepal. So many people graduate in Nepal and they're forced to move out of the country to work. Mm-hmm. So the reason why it escalated is there were small student-led marches, and the small marches turned into nationwide protests. Right. So when this happened, there were like memes and like things going on around online saying like delete corruption, install justice. I saved these for you to show you like the.
Oh hell yeah, the One Piece flags.
Yeah,
dude, I love when people protest with the One Piece flag. It's so sick.
That's like one of the main.
It's so sick when people protest with the One Piece flag.
Yeah, so we got this one. We got this one.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love it. I love it,
yeah.
dude.
See, ban Nepal privilege, not our voices.
Imagine having an anime that's so worldwide popular that they use it in their political messaging for resistance.
It is crazy. But yeah, see, like ban Nepal privilege, not our voices. And corruption and nepotism.
Did he put a picture of himself on that poster?
Yeah,
that's crazy,
it's
dude.
kind of hilarious.
That's kind of why would you do that? You know.
And here's like one of the results of the.
Oh
protest.
yeah, they set shit on fire. Yeah.
Yeah. So, with everything was banned, obviously, but the only thing that wasn't banned was Discord, which is the main factor of this entire thing.
Sure.
So, how did the government respond to these protests? They obviously, you know, they were beating people up. They were charging people.
Yeah, of course, you know, doing what government does.
They're using live ammunition. As of right now, 19 people are confirmed dead. Ugh, hundreds are in the hospital. Mm-hmm. Dozens are arrested. Yeah. But yeah, you know, it mattered because people were, the youth are trying to change the system because they felt silenced. And they turned to Discord whenever they felt like their shit was shut off. So it was not banned in Nepal, which is really weird because it's like, I doubt Discord has a fucking Nepal office.
I think they just didn't know Discord existed.
I'm fucking crying. So there were a bunch of servers. So there's one server that had 130,000 members, and they're dedicated channels for protest logistics, legal aid for the arrested protesters, news updates and fact checking, memes, and debates about Nepal's future. So basically it became like a virtual parliament. So this is where it gets kind of crazy.
Okay, let me hear it. Why?
Like they basically voted the new prime minister in on Discord.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice.
So representatives from the Youth Against Corruption and other protest coalitions drafted a formal proposal presenting the results of the Discord poll. They carried this to Nepal's president, Ram Chandra Patil, and the army chief, which are the two most powerful figures.
Yeah.
So the protests were going on for 2 weeks. Streets were shut down. Businesses were blocked. Everything was fucked. So basically, they voted in this woman named Sushila Karki.
Nice.
She was the first female chief justice from 2016 to 2017. She was respected for anti-corruption rulings, and she was known as an independent voice outside of the political dynasties because there's like no nepotism in her reign.
Good.
They love that she's a woman, you know, and she has no ties to the social media bans. So the government chose to swear her in with the Discord pools.
Oh, nice.
So that made her the first ever female prime minister.
Was this before or after the riots?
After.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the riots got them to the point of letting their Discord results swear somebody in interim.
Nice.
To make this change. So people were happy. People were shouting, Discord to democracy, our voice, RPM. So her mandate, she wants to calm the protests, rights and prevent further people from dying and getting hurt. They want to prepare a new election with a set timeline, so they think it's going to be within like 6 to 9 months. And she wants to restore the trust between the youth and the government.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone is just like, how can online voting be like legitimate in national politics? That's the whole debate right now.
How can online voting be
Yeah.
legitimate?
Because
dude, it's the voice of your youth.
Yeah, but
And you can fake it, sure.
Because it's 7,700 votes
But that's why
decided
they're
her
having
nomination.
That's why they're having an election, however long. They're having an actual election. But the government is seeing, people want this person here. Maybe that'll stop the riots for a little bit while we figure things out. Good.
Yeah.
At least they're listening. Our government doesn't give a fuck.
No, 1,000%. So people are wondering, like, will this Discord democracy like inspire reform?
For Nepal?
Yes.
Maybe. Yes.
But
you elected a leader.
Or will it be a brief rebellion?
That's a brief rebellion. To be honest, I think it's going to be a brief rebellion, but I think it is going to set a roadmap to some sort of change. It just depends on the elections coming up and then what she does while she's in the interim there.
Do you think other politics around the world are going to be turned to this like political?
No. I don't. I think we'll see very few. You don't think
do that? You don't think it'll be like? You don't think we'll be like in a digital political space?
I don't think so. I think every country is different in regards to how they respond to the youth and how they respond to mass rebellion against what they do.
Yeah. And
it also depends on the powers that are already there. You know, if everybody in Korea went against Kim Jong-un, he's still going to be the leader of Korea. It's not like he's not going to not be the leader because people said no.
Do you think they're happy there?
No. I think you're happy if you're military. You are out of the limelight. You have a living wage. I'm assuming. I actually don't know anything about North Korea, but I could only imagine people are always going to be upset and or happy with the situation they're in.
Yeah.
And it all depends on their mentality on like, what do I do? Okay, well, how do I make the best of the situation that I have right now?
Yeah.
So I can't judge. I mean, not judge, but I can't like speak to anybody else's happiness because what would make me happy might not make somebody else happy. You know, they might want like very bare minimum compared to what I would like. You know?
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say. I don't know. Do I think that this is going to bring in a new wave of like Discord polling? No, because we've had internet petitions for how long now? Since the internet came out?
Change.org.
Change.org has been around for how long? And I think that it's not going to usher in like a new wave of like voices being heard. I think it's just a really cool thing that's happening right now. And who knows, dude? But we've had online petition-based stuff forever. We've had change.org. We've had other petition sites where you can sign up for the petition. They'll deliver that to whoever's in charge. And then whether that comes to fruition or not is up to the powers that be. But yeah, dude, I don't know.
I'm happy for them.
Open that up again because I think this is in Nepal. But there's I think he's a TikToker or a vlogger. I've been seeing this a lot. Let me just make sure that I have this right before I go crazy. Type in I don't even know what to type in. TikTok vlogger Nepal, maybe. I don't know anything about this guy. All I know is he runs around with his helmet. Let me see. It's a white dude.
Him?
Yes, this guy. Dude. This guy just came to vacation and vlog in Nepal during this, and this just happened. And look at him.
It's on fire. People are celebrating, smashing everything.
But he's been kind of like the on-ground liaison for what's been going on.
All of the people celebrating. I'm gonna go back to my motorcycle. This is getting, and I'm gonna get the hell
But he has a couple videos like that. And he ended up being people are like saying like he's just like he ended up being just like the journalist of what's going on over there. But I think he just has a vlog channel where he travels. That's all he does. Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, he's just going on like a travel journey right now.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I just like it's fucking insane, dude. Yeah. I don't know.
What are we at?
112, but we had like maybe like 10 minutes of
I was gonna say
bleeps.
that shit felt long as hell.
Yeah, like 10 minutes of bleeps there. I mean, we did only talk about 2 topics, you know.
Yeah, they were beefy topics.
Juicy topics.
Beefy.
Yeah, no, I have no other thoughts on it. Good. You know, I'm happy to see like other countries actually get reform and like different and like listen to like their people. You know?
Never gonna fucking happen here.
That's never gonna happen here.
I was talking to somebody today,
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking about how like I used to want to be into get into politics so bad growing up, but I was like,
Nah, dude.
I'm
that
like,
shit's
no thanks.
gross.
After like my experience and like seeing like political people, it's just like you're one person, you really can't make change, especially when you're in the Congress and you're on like 400 plus people.
Yeah, dude. And I don't think I could handle, you know, having an opinion and then going on a podcast and being like questioned on my opinion on
Yeah.
something. And I'm like, dude, absolutely not. I mean, like the whole Adam Freeland thing, I was like, man.
That was crazy.
I mean, good for Adam Freeland and 100%. Hell yeah, dude. Go for it. But like also, I was like thinking about that, whatever he is, senator, politician. I was like, man, if that was me, I would fucking hate myself.
That
after
interview
that.
was crazy, which we reacted to it on the Patreon.
We did.
So
And you guys can join the Patreon too, just $5 a month. You guys can also join for free. You just get access to the Discord. But if you guys pay $5 a month, you get access to extra episodes here. The next tier, you get access to our movie reviews, our reacts to different things. You get some other content as well. If you guys do want to join the Patreon, link is down below in the bio. If you got to this part of the video, go Nepal, I guess. I was trying really honestly trying to think like what could I say? What could we put in the YouTube comment below? Just go Nepal. Or you know what? Put a little if you have just
Put a little smile.
Put a little smile. That's what we want. Put a little smile.
Put a little smile.
Put a little smile. Here's that. It was already there, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, guys. We'll see you on the Patreon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.